People have long conjectured that Chrisean Jr. has a handicap, but Chrisean has consistently insisted that people are exaggerating and that he is perfectly okay. However, after all this time, there are indications that Jr. might require medical care, and it seems that Cash has been aware of this for a while and has deliberately refused to get him help. She has also been going to great lengths to hide the evidence of Jr.'s condition. She has been exposed, and other insiders have corroborated how far she will go to hide. So it seems like her game is done, ironically. Blueface was the first to hint that Jr. might be having problems. Blueface went on a long diatribe on Twitter a few months after the kid was born, saying he smoked a joint on the way to the hospital. Prior to labor, he smoked. You were born smoking. You don't believe that I can actually acquire the child? Although I don't plan to take the baby, I will act appropriately if you don't exhibit the proper symptoms. Also, he said, my son is not healthy because she smoked, drank, and was hit throughout her pregnancy, making it impossible for her to take even a month off. He added that because she smoked and drank, their child had a hernia. This is how my son D looks, and she was worried about me and little baby like B. He tweeted, get her son C right. Then do whatever you want, accompanied by a photo of Jr.'s intimate areas. Baby still hasn't had the surgery for his hernia. He continued, implying that Chrisean was refusing to have the procedure because he was in denial. As she talks about me and my seat, she is lying about how stable she is and how healthy he is. Find another writer after fixing our son's seat. Please tag her in her posts or pages, or take any other necessary action to ensure that I no longer become the focus of live. Additionally, when he stated, I tried to do the right thing to keep it private, but this girl keeps going on and on. He exposed Chrisean for engaging in nose candy. You baby, leave me alone. Yes, she is unsuitable and a bad mother. In order to do as she pleases, she has been delaying the procedure and skipping the appointment. I thought it was surgery when I traveled to Baltimore, but they were discussing how she had missed the appointment. Ken continued by saying, Blue knows his appointment is already arranged with his surgeon, so don't sit here and lie, alleging that Blueface had done all of that in an effort to take the child away from her. I've been attending all of his consultations in Baltimore. I'm trying my hardest, Blueface, and I truly need your help now that you're driving that car to take my kid away. I would be delighted if they removed your foolish self for that brief instance. The fact that Blueface would be the responsible parent in this situation is absurd, which emphasizes how absurd things are. We know that Chrisean drank heavily during her pregnancy, and there were allegations that Jr. had fetal alcohol syndrome, a disorder that happens when a pregnant woman consumes alcohol while pregnant.
My nigga, I woke up today knowing I don't want a child no more. I don't want no kid no more. I don't think I want to be a Blueface girlfriend.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
You can't no liquor?
Yes, I can. I can the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
You shut the door because it's cold.
The fact that Jr. didn't cry like a typical newborn was another oddity that viewers noticed about him. In one of her images, fans also spotted a respirator machine, which was unsettling to say the least. They also started to fear that Jr. might have vision issues, because he was often seen in multiple recordings trying to grab items or staring off into space, with little eye movement, which is typical of most newborns his age. Chrisean, still living in denial, insisted her son was okay, and that there was nothing wrong with him.
We'll be talking, walking, playing football, everything. Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with and what he looked like, what he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that, so I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child, to be honest. But I like this, bro.
However, it was clear from her actions that she was lying about his illness. On his first birthday last September, for example, she posted pictures of him that seemed to show him standing, but followers soon realized that he was actually propped up to lean against her leg. Additionally, admirers found that she also had a tendency to make him seem more normal. She edits his online images. Additionally, because she was in denial about Blueface's mother, others have blamed her for deliberately refusing Jr. help. Karlissa discussed how she felt when she first saw Jr. on Instagram Live, stating that she could tell something wasn't right the moment she laid eyes on him.
When I saw him in that restaurant, it crushed me. And for her to say she wanted to stomp me out, girl, I can't even tell you what my mind wanted to do to you once I looked in his face and I didn't know if he was looking at me, you, or the air. I was hurt, genuinely hurt. But you know what I said? You know what? That's okay. That's okay. If he can laugh and he can cry and he can smile, he can still be a joy in this world. But that's okay. That was my first time seeing him. I never seen him whoop before. I never seen what they saw. I literally thought this whole time that maybe people's fans was doing something to the pictures or, you know, making it not. I didn't believe it the whole time. I just was like, nah, you know, John said there was a couple things going on, but he didn't say it was to that extent.
She also claimed Chrisean's drinking was the cause of Junior's illness.
Them mother drank and smoked while they was pregnant. That's why they're so angry. Cause who the fuck is angry? You supposed to be angry at them that did this. Not that's the reason why you don't find it to be angry is because you did it. Then y'all want to hop on here talking about I'm talking about my grandbaby. No, I'm talking about the trifling mammy. And
as I indicated previously, Chrisean is in denial. So you would assume that she would try to assist him. She tried to assist Junior but was rejected by Cashin, according to her old acquaintance Jana.
Janet, why didn't you convince her to help Junior? I did. My cousin is a specialist. Like, I did the best I could. My cousin works with autistic children. She works one-on-one with all kinds of children. It don't matter if you're autistic, if you're not, if you're regular children, like, we offered the help as much as we can. Like, my cousin is literally has her BA in all of this. It's like when people are in denial of stuff, it's like you can't help people when they're in denial of what's actually going on in reality.
But that isn't the whole story. While Chrisean was incarcerated, she also had a falling out with her best friend Marsh. Over Junior's health, Marsh wanted to take the infant to the hospital while he was being cared for. Chrisean flipped out when she found out that Marsh was trying to get Junior checked out. In a leaked text exchange with her buddy, Marsh claimed that she grew upset when I informed her I couldn't keep Junior. When she called from jail, she kept making promises to me about money and other things, but Junior was just wearing clothes, and nothing showed up on my Cash App for days. And when I had my sister watch him so I could take some clients to get rent money, she was threatening to take him to the hospital. Because he kept spitting up, I told her when Chrissy called and she became very upset. So I had Smiley come pick him up from my sister. His back, no blanket, no car seat, no clothes, no shoes, no bottles. No milk since he is unable to eat anything. Even if I purchased everything I could, I still had to take care of my own child. Indeed, it seems that Chrisean was so determined to keep her son's condition a secret that she refused to even get him medical attention. I used to be exposed to Chrisean Reddit every day, with notifications on so that I would be the first to see it whenever someone posted, Marka said. You may hear the Reddit notifications if you listen to her life. Marsh even alleges that, in order to keep up appearances for her admirers, Chrisean made a special effort to arrange photo shoots to give the impression that Junior was okay. While applying her lashes, she would show me Reddit articles that claimed things like, he can't walk and he can't hold himself up. Then I would reply, Chrissy, he can't though, after posting a picture of him using his walker. And she would reply, I've got to make them think he can, otherwise, they're going to be saying he messed up because I was drinking. But I wasn't even drinking that much. She's sick, dude, and to show how utterly naive she is. She's still not getting the help he needs because Chrisean has been on a roll about discovering God. And all that spiritual stuff fans have accused her of pretending to be spiritual rather than taking responsibility. When she recently appeared at an event with Junior, he was over 2 years old and still struggling to hold his head up. However, fans are not believing this and criticize her for being phony and spiritual rather than trying to help her son. This is sad. One fan commented, ladies, Chrisean is a real group of people who can assist her son. I sincerely want to know why Chrisean is not facing jail time for delivering her unborn child. I'm not attempting to drag the infant because that's absurd, but is it legal to have mothers here? Additionally, despite Chrisean's 20-month-old baby's inability to walk, communicate, or hold his head up, someone contacts social services regarding her. She is even refusing help and medical attention. Therefore, this must be childhood. It is an unfortunate circumstance.
The irony, the pure irony, right? I mean, this has to be one of the most ironic situations pertaining to Chrisean Rock that we could even be discussing. I mean, come on now. You did everything that would lead to your son's health decline. But now, after everyone's getting on your head, after everyone's calling you a horrible mother, everyone's calling you a neglectful parent, a selfish person, a horrible human being, right? Now that you're being called these things, now that there's actually some pushback against what you've done, oh, well, now you want to release these videos. You want to release these quote unquote AI videos, right? Or photoshopping, you know, you want to manipulate things in a synthetic way to make your son, to make Junior appear more healthy than he is, right? But that's incredibly ironic because all you had to do for him to actually be that healthy was care when it mattered the most, right? When you were pregnant with Junior, when you were twerking and you were in the club and you were dancing and drinking, right? When you were doing these things, that was the time to care. That was the time, right? Now is not the time. Now you're trying to make him look healthy. You know, that's not good. What should have happened was when you were pregnant, you should have been doing the things that would make him end up healthy, that would make him be healthy. You know, you're focused on the appearance of things, not on the depths of things, not what's really inside, right? You're just focused on the veneer. Oh, if it looks good, then we're good. No, y'all ain't. No, y'all ain't good. Because you can show him walking, you can show him doing all of this, and whatever little video you made up or whatever you made, you can do that as much as you want. You can Photoshop whatever you want, you can edit things however you want. But the reality is when that kid goes to school, everyone in his class is gonna know what the truth is. You know, you're not gonna be able to hide that. You can't AI real life. You can't. You can't do that. There's not gonna be any way to fake that in real life. You know, once he's really in the fire, in elementary school, middle school, etc., all of these disabilities are going to be coming to the forefront, and we're going to know no matter what. Even if you lie about it for years right now, you can only get away with that for a certain amount of time before he's exposed. He'll be in school, people will be having their phones out, they'll take videos of him, they'll make fun of him, right? Mainly because, not only because he's different than the other kids, and kids only respect people who are similar to them or have more authority than them. So they'll look at a kid like Junior and they'll be like, he doesn't have more authority than me, and he's not similar to me because he can't speak the way that we speak, and he can't walk the way that we walk. You know, you might have a speech impediment, might have difficulty walking, all of these things, right? Kids see that and they make fun of you, right? They don't help you or think about how bad your situation is, right? They might want to record him, something like that, because he's Blueface and Chrisean's kid. He's a famous kid, right? So I think that's where the problem happens, right? Because you can do all of this AI all you want, but it's all going to be exposed. It's all going to come to the light. You already ruined this kid. You've already doomed him to a miserable fate, right? He's always going to be more challenged than his peers. He's always going to be set back from his peers because of his health, right? And his disabilities that he allegedly has, right? These are things that are not small. These are massive, monumental things when it comes to a child's development, okay? And you've screwed him in every way when it comes to his own development, right? And so putting out a fake video or putting out some Photoshop post is not going to save that. There's nothing you can do to save that now. All you could have done, you should have been responsible when it mattered the most. You should have cared about this when it really mattered, right? That's what a good person would have done. That's what a good, responsible parent would have done. You know, someone who cares about their children. They would have taken those actions, but Chrisean obviously didn't care. She prioritized her own selfishness and twerking and clubbing and drinking and doing all of these things other than taking care of her kid and doing the things that really matter, right? And making sure that her kid's going to be healthy when he's born. So now you got to put out stuff like this. Now you got to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's horrible. It's horrible, y'all. But let me know what y'all think about this stuff. What do you guys think about everything that was mentioned in this video? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe. And yeah, Snow's right here. And if you want more content from an intellectual titan like myself, you know what to do. You turn on the notifications. You want to be in a community of like-minded individuals, people who are on a higher level of consciousness, people who don't follow these degenerate agendas, who are a cut above the rest of the scumbags on this earth, who just follow and consume everything without thinking twice about it. Well, then you know what to do, right? If you want to be a part of a community like that, a community of people who are on a higher level of consciousness, higher level individuals, well then you're going to contribute. You're going to do the things that contribute to that reality for yourself, right? You're going to subscribe, you're going to comment, you're going to like the video. Okay, you know what to do. Snow's right here. Like I said, tuning out. Be easy, y'all.